So are you eager to get another stimulus check? Well, good news, because now experts say that a stimulus check is not just something that is possible in 2023. A stimulus check is actually something that is quite possible in 2024, 2025, 2026, and so on. I think you get the idea. Because now experts are telling us that stimulus has been what has helped millions and millions of households throughout the past few years. So stimulus checks are not going away. In fact, now that Americans are really struggling, and according to a recent report, 3 in 5 Americans now say inflation is causing financial hardship, guess what? Stimulus checks. Stimulus is coming back in the form of actual checks, credits, rebates, you name it, they are doing it. There's things like guaranteed income pilot programs. These are just programs that give citizens money. They give you money just because you live in a certain area, a certain county or a city, or you are a woman with a child, you are a single male. All these different programs are available. Again, I bring this up because experts now believe that stimulus is not going away. Now, let me just take a step back for a second. There are some other programs out there, and I will talk about some where one is actually closing in the next handful of days, so we will address that as well. But before I get into the new programs that are available that could send you some money, the first thing that I want to say is that yes, experts understand that even though we are giving out additional stimulus, it is something that is still needed for certain parts of the country and for certain individuals. However, it does still put some upward pressure on inflation. That is where financial experts and economists are saying that we have to be careful with how much stimulus we actually give away. We can't just start giving away millions and billions of dollars, because if we do that, there's going to be additional inflation. Again, right now our $100 isn't able to buy $100 worth of goods. It's able to buy closer to like 70 to 80%. That's what we're at. But if we give more stimulus, could it actually help? Could we then go and spend our money on food and utilities and even rent? The answer is yes. So, look at this. And again, this is from this morning. Look at this. It says Minnesota Democrats strike a deal on rebate checks, credits, and Social Security tax cuts. I brought this up multiple times before, where cities, counties, and states are not just going to go out there and hand you some extra money. Here you go. Here's an extra $300. Spend it as you wish. No, they're not going to do that. What they are going to do is they're going to do things like this, where they're going to give you rebates, credits, and they're going to cut taxes. Look at this. It says Democrats struck a deal Wednesday on a $3 billion plan to send one-time tax rebate checks of $260 to 2.5 million Minnesotans and create a new tax credit they hope will slash child poverty rates in the state. It goes on to say, a large group of seniors will be exempt from taxes on their Social Security income under the proposal, and local governments will see a boost in aid to keep property taxes down and help cover public safety costs. Now, I bring this up because of one thing, and that's the fact that states are looking to send out additional money, additional relief. One thing that I've told you guys before is that, and again, I'll just use this article as an example, it says a larger group of seniors will be exempt from taxes on their Social Security income under the proposal. We knew this was coming. We've talked about this before, where people that are collecting Social Security benefits, if you are paying taxes on that, if you're paying state income taxes, guess what? Some of those states are looking to cut the tax, either eliminate it or reduce it substantially. Again, this is a big benefit for millions of households. Here's another one. Stimulus check update. Deadline to apply for a one-time direct payment worth $4,000 is in 4 days. Now, this is actually for people in San Diego. Okay, so it says there's still a few days left for eligible residents of California to apply for a direct payment of $4,000, with the recipients free to spend the money in any way they see fit. The payment is part of a program known as the Recovery Action Fund for Tomorrow. It says these payments will be for San Diego residents who meet eligibility requirements, including having at least one child under the age of 18, being a senior who is at least 55 years old, or being a disabled adult. Applicants' households' income must be at or below 200% of the federal poverty level, which is $29,160 for a household of one and $60,000 for a household of four. Applicants must also reside in one of the 39 San Diego counties, San Diego County Health Equity zip codes. Now, again, $4,000 that is going to go and help, a handful of people. It's not just something that it's going to be, one person gets $4,000. No, there's millions of dollars that are going to this program. Okay, here's another one. It says, for Stimulus Check Update 2023, Americans can claim a one-time $150 pilot rebate. Now, this is for people in North Carolina. It says North Carolina, there we go. North Carolina is offering a rebate check meant to supplement state residents who paid property taxes. The Greensboro City government set aside a pot of $250,000 for the program, and the applications opened in April. Only Greensboro residents qualify for the relief, and the deadline for homeowners to apply is June 15th. Again, these things are happening all over the place. Okay? All you got to do is go to Google. Okay? You don't got to wait for me to tell you, hey, there's stimulus here. Go to Google and type in your city, type in stimulus. Type in your county, type in stimulus. Type in your state and type in stimulus. That's all you have to do. Because if it's not classified as stimulus, maybe it's a rebate, maybe it's relief, right? Maybe it's a tax credit. If you are looking for it, just go to Google, type in your city, county, or state, and type in stimulus, tax credit, rebate. One of those three. Something is probably going to pop up. And if there isn't anything, then there's not anything. Don't worry about it. But those are not the only cities and states that are providing stuff. Here's some more states. California is still sending out the between $200 to $1,050 checks. So those are still coming out. Some people have already received them. The majority of people should have. But if you haven't, there's a chance that yours is coming in the second half of 2023. Idaho is going to be sending out, I believe, $75 per family member. That's still coming out. Maine is $450 for single filers, $900 for joint filers or married filing jointly. New Jersey, depending on your income and stuff like that, they'll be sending out checks. I believe they could be up to $1,050. New Mexico, $500 for joint filers, $250 for individuals. Pennsylvania, $250 to $650, depending on your income and who you are, joint, single, all those things. And even South Carolina, they're going to be sending out some stuff, and I believe it's going to be about $800 to possibly $1,000, I believe. So don't quote me on that, but again, a lot of different stuff coming, a lot of different stuff. And the reason why I want to bring this up is, again, because of this right here. 3 in 5 Americans now say inflation is causing financial trouble. And again, I brought this up before. So 3 out of 5, 60% of Americans are now saying that inflation is causing financial trouble or financial hardship. Well, why? Why do we have inflation? Well, we have inflation because of all the stimulus, all the spending. That's why we have inflation. The amount of money we printed over the past 3 years is just insane. So we have inflation because of stimulus. But at the same time, experts are now saying that in order to combat this, we have to provide additional stimulus. It's a tricky situation to be in. It's a very slippery slope. We have to be careful that we don't give too much and cause inflation instead of coming down continuously, it then turns around and goes back up. That's not what we want to see, especially when we are still a little ways away from that 2% inflation goal. So that's what we know this time. As always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back on and share all the latest news and updates. All you got to do is two things. First off, go ahead, hit that like button on this video. Also, click that subscribe button so you never miss an update. But that's the update for today. Again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing. I'll see you guys on the next one.